everyone, and thank you for tuning in. I want to wish you a happy spring once more if you are still in that initial celebratory mode. I know I am still. Today I actually wanted to go ahead and read into the upcoming energies for the time period between Ostara, which was also spring equinox, which happened on March 20th, to Beltane, which is also May Day. And for that, I wanted to go ahead and use the Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle by Lucy Cavendish and Selina Fenech. And I'm using here 2 significator cards for this reading because this is a universal reading. This is for anyone who watches. I chose the World card out of my Dame Darcy's Mermaid tarot deck, and I also chose the Wheel of Fortune out of the same deck to represent obviously the turning of the wheel. And the spread that I'm actually going to be using today for this universal general reading is out of this deck's guidebook. The spread is known as, Miss Cavendish calls it the Fairy Star. It's also known as, I'm not sure that she calls it that, or maybe the fairies call it that actually. Well, anyway, in any case, it's called the Fairy Star or the Elven Star, and it's in, it's in the shape of a septagram. So that's what I'm going to be using today, and as you'll see, it involves the usage of the 4 cardinal directions, and then from that, based on your religious or spiritual tradition, you can go ahead and match the 4 directions to the 4 elements, however you choose to match those up, the directions and the elements. All right, and well, I just want to say before I start that I, for my own benefit, again, I went ahead and tweaked it. A lot of these spreads that I find out there in guidebooks, I just sort of like to specify for my own benefit. And I mean, it is pretty much still very much the spread that is in the guidebook, but just the wording is slightly different for my own benefit. Okay, let us get started. I like to lay the cards out in the shape of the septagram initially, but because we're laying down these huge cards and not, say, yarn, we're not tracing the septagram with yarn, it doesn't, of course, come out really obviously in the shape of a septagram. So I just, after I lay them in the shape of the septagram, I sort of form the cards into the shape of a circle, which goes great for our As the Wheel Turns series. So, I mean, the only thing is, I guess, I like to say that I wish that for the purpose of the fact that we are dealing with the Wheel of the Year, I wish that this was an 8-card spread. I could have made it so, but yeah, I just left it as a 7-card spread. So yeah, I just wish we were dealing with 8 cards for the purpose of the Wheel of the Year as opposed to 7. but it's all good. Okay. Last one, I promise. Okay. First position is, it's placed below, and this represents what is hidden. So basically this is something that you could be hiding or something that others could be hiding. We have carry me home, support, time to be carried, allow others to help. Card number 2 is above. This is your direction or your guidance from spirit. We have snail's pace, slow down, grounding, listen for the heartbeat of the earth, subtle energies. Card number 3 is placed to the south, and this represents your intent and motivation. The Grail Fairy, fertility, the return of life, health, life cycles. Card number 4 is within. This represents the heart of the matter, the soul stuff you're working with and integrating and transmuting during the situation. You have Midnight Prince, ask for what you want, be honest. Card number 5 is to the east. This represents your mind's thought patterns, creating and shaping. Little Boy Blue, dreams come true, return of the soul. Card number 6 is to the west. This represents your emotions in the situation. Far, far away, creative daydreaming. And lastly, card number 7 is to the north. This represents the material aspects of your question or the material aspects of the situation. Acorn's invitation, touch, exchange, connection. So yeah, you see with the limited space that I have here, yeah, it doesn't remotely look like an elven star. But this is what I go ahead and do with it. I just go ahead and move that over. Yeah. Go ahead and shape that into a circle. Hope you can sort of see everyone. I apologize for that. Yeah, I hope to be working with a bigger surface in the future. For now, this is what I'm working with. Alright, I think we have everyone. Alright, so like I said, this is the wheel of the year with 7 spokes instead of 8. By the way, I know you don't have the most optimal screenshot of these cards, but if you can see them from where I'm filming, or if you own this deck, I hope you find these cards as beautiful as I do. Okay, well, for the time period between the spring equinox and Beltane, You're mostly good with just one thing that I want to talk about, of course. Um, and also, I just want to say that I feel as if this is geared more toward folks who are experiencing spring right now, folks who are to the north of the equator as opposed to the south, of course. And yeah, because I feel a lot of fire energy in this reading. Um, I'm not saying that if you are to the south of the equator, this does not apply to you. I mean, there are always exceptions. For example, if I were to be dealing with tarot cards, just because I pull the, for example, Queen of Pentacles doesn't necessarily mean I'm dealing with well, the card represents a woman at that moment in time. So yeah, I just feel as if for the fact that I just feel a lot of fire energy in this specific reading, I feel as if this is more geared toward folks who reside north of the equator. So much fire energy that you are actually experiencing, it seems, a bit of burnout. It seems that well, as everything around you is waking up to the season of spring, and everything is sort of shooting up, and everything is just waking up more and more. They started waking up, actually, to me. I feel as if everything starts to wake up since we shift over to winter. Actually, I feel as if the winter solstice is just that last day, and then everything, even though we can't see that that shift happening, I feel as if deep down in the earth, I don't know, just everything starts to, especially in certain warmer parts of the planet, everything starts to wake up again after the winter solstice. To me, this is when everything starts to wake up again. And so with all of that right now, just being even more pronounced all around you, I feel as if you're going with that energy, of course. And so we see that in your intent and motivation card with the Grail Fairy. Her subtext is fertility, the return of life, health, life cycles. To not confuse the reading so much, I just want to say that my personal view is that I just feel that to me, I just feel that the fertile season is when everything starts to die again. I feel as if with this death comes just the opening of the earth and it being fertile. And so I see fertility really in my personal practice as the fertile period within the wheel of the year as being between summer solstice and winter solstice. But a popular viewpoint is that we start to experience that fertility right now during the period of spring. And well, definitely, I mean, everywhere, and I definitely can see that for myself. There is the return of life with everything that's going on around us. So I just see you going along with that. I just see you going along with that energy of spring and just sprouting forth. And I just feel and funny enough, with certain traditions, certain pagan traditions, the element of the direction of the south is associated with the element of fire. And so yeah, just a lot of fire energy in this card for you. And as far as where your thoughts are, I feel that you see how things are. And the description was actually what was it again? I apologize for that. Your mind's thought patterns creating and shaping. Okay, so I feel as if you sort of see how things are going to happen. You sort of have a premonition of how things are going to happen in your life. I mean, this is, after all, your own dreams. Little Boy Blue speaks of dreams come true, return of the soul. And so I feel as if, because, I mean, it is, these are your dreams you're dealing with. You sort of know what's going to happen. You have this sort of blueprint. No pun intended there, actually. That's just seriously the connection that my brain is making right now. You sort of have this when I see blue, and you sort of have this blueprint for how things are going to happen, because, well, this is your dream after all. So you very much see perhaps things that you put off in the past as a child. You see an opportunity for them to come back into your life. And I feel, for example, like as myself, I just feel as if a lot of things that I buried in the past are coming back in my life at this moment in time. And so I feel that the same thing is happening for you at this moment in time, and they're being backed up with these things that you already feel so passionate about are being backed up with the energy of spring, this energy of just fire and just shooting up from the earth. So that's what we have going on with your thoughts. And this correlates very much with how you'll be feeling between spring and Beltane. Your emotions, far, far away, creative daydreaming. You are feeling, of course, this card is speaking of creativity. And again, this just aligns with the message of Little Boy Blue and the Gale Fairy, which speaks of fertility, the return of life, health, life cycle. So I feel that right now you're just feeling really hopeful for the period of time between Ostara and Beltane. Really optimistic. It's as if you finally see an opening for things to happen the way you want them to happen. And I feel that they will happen the way that you want them to happen. But then here's the thing. Here goes the dark side of this reading. I feel that with the same energy that for so many years perhaps you've deprived yourself of this thing and that thing, you will be it's with that same energy that actually you'll be moving forward. Much like, for example, when you I forget what spiritual book or spiritual teacher I heard make that analogy, but I sort of made that same analogy in my mind before I heard this person speak of this, but for example, when you stretch back a rubber band and you let it go, I mean, the same force with which it was pulled back is the same force with which it's going to move forward in space. And so it's sort of as if the same thing is happening with your life, which is the reason why I feel with what's hidden is the fact that you seem to be going to be experiencing this burnout. And this is what this card is speaking of. Carry me home, support, time to be carried, allow others to help. You're so involved and so excited in what you're wanting to create that perhaps during this period of time, you're not necessarily showing everyone that you're yes, you're living your dream. I mean, so many people out there are living their dreams, but sometimes at a high price, sometimes to the expense of their health. I mean, I understand where they are coming from. Not many people in this world get to live their dreams. Not many people in this world get to experience a certain amount of ecstasy. And so I get where, for example, sometimes you hear of actors and people in the entertainment industry working 12 plus hour days, or I mean just in different fields too. I mean, business people, and if this is what they're passionate about. Super successful people in the fashion industry just working crazy hours in the name of their dreams. But I mean, definitely, while I root for these people who are on their way and who have an opportunity to do what they want, of course there is always room for balance. And I feel as if this is what this reading is mainly about here. Another example of this that I want to give you is many a times I hear people in the pagan community speak of the fact that for so long they have dealt with a religious or spiritual system that only upheld the patriarchy, upheld the god. And so when finally they have finally they find this path, there are many of them that sort of plunge into a relationship with their mother, their divine mother, with the matriarchy or the goddess, okay, however you want to call her. And so some of these people report experiencing burnout in that, and they report being kicked in the butt. They report they report sort of a spirit telling them to find that middle, that middle ground, that middle point, that it's not all about, you have to find that middle ground between the masculine and the feminine, between the god and the goddess, between the yin and the yang. I'm sure you knew I was going to say that. And so, I mean, for different people, that balance is somewhere. It's as if I sort of see like a number line a little bit. Like it's like somewhere different for everyone, depending on what it is that you need in your life. I mean, everyone is different, and so maybe someone, for them, striking that balance does not always mean 50-50. It's like it's more about being things being proportionate in your life, I feel. And so for one person, maybe balance is like exactly at that you know, that the number is zero between positive numbers and negative numbers, or for someone else, striking that balance for themselves is for example, like a lot of night crawlers, such as myself, sometimes a balance of day and night means being awake more during the night hours. Okay, because that's just what you need. So you just need to find where, you know, where along that sort of number line that I'm kind of seeing right now, where, you know, you that balance is sort of struck for you, because as I said, you know, everyone has a place in that sort of metaphorical number line that the, you know, the balance is struck for them. And so I encourage you to find your own, find your balance. Okay. And so, I mean, I almost don't need to speak for Acorn or this snail here, because I mean, this is pretty much what I was just speaking of right now, is their message that I was sort of divulging to you, because the message, the overall message that Spirit has for you today is snail space, slow down, grounding, listen for the heartbeat of the earth, subtle energies. And so basically, again, I feel as if you're being asked to, I mean, yes, you know, things are just happening for you, and this is very much a productive and joyous time in your life, and I'm not trying to take that away from you, but at the same time, I just want to remind you not to burn yourself out, and to sort of slow down, as this card is encouraging you to do. And we see the same earth energy here in Acorn's card here, Acorn's invitation. And again, funny enough, placed in the very position that to the north, the very position that for many pagans and would represent, would be associated with the element of earth. And so Acorn here is encouraging you to be more connected to the earth, and however that happens for you, whether you're using you're going out there and walking barefoot. I mean, we're able to do that, of course, you know, take the necessary precautions, but we are able to do that more and more as things are sort of heating up here up north. As I said, I mean, as I said before, this is, I feel as if this reading is geared toward more my brothers and sisters who are to the north of the equator. And this does not necessarily mean that this does not apply to the folks down under. But yeah, Acorn is inviting you to ground a little bit more. I mean, however it is that you find that you feel more connected, whether that's cleaning up your diet, whether that's using a grounding mat, whether that's walking barefoot outside, whether that is actually chilling out in a bathtub with your favorite essential oils, whether that is doing some kind of meditation active, or whether you're dancing. I mean, there are so many ways out there to just feel more connected to the earth. It does not have to be, you know, your typical way of grounding. There are just so many ways. You have to find, again, what works for you. Okay, there's yoga, exercise. Again, cleaning up your diet just helps to connect you to the earth that much more. So definitely use your good judgment when you're doing that. Actually, you're doing things such as cleaning up your diet. I mean, I don't want you to go crazy with certain cleanses or anything like that, but I think that for most people there is definitely room for improvement when it comes to the way that we eat. And so, yeah, I feel as if because this card here is present, because this is what I'm saying when it comes to what is hidden, I feel as if Acorn is saying that you're not grounded enough here. And so this is the reason why we're seeing another Earth card here. You know, I'm just sort of like picking up that this card right now is in its even though, yeah, this is it's placed right here for as a representation of the material aspect of the situation. I feel as if I'm sort of seeing this card here in its darker aspect, saying that there is not enough of this energy in your life. Okay, and so the heart of the matter, finally, I want to I want to speak of I want to finally speak of this card, the heart of the matter. The Midnight Prince here is encouraging you to ask for what you want. Be honest, he is saying, and believe me, what you want is, again, as I was saying, balance. And so I don't know, I feel as if there has been such lately there has been such a huge message, global message, universal message when it comes to balance. And so I feel as if I'm seeing that right here with this this reading again. I feel that a lot of people, things are balancing themselves out in their lives, and I feel that we are going to see you know a lot of what's been cluttering up your life, whether that be things or people, sort of leave people. Okay, as we progress with 2015, I feel as if there's just gonna be this huge cleanse going on. I mean, just not to frighten anyone, I just feel as if I see the energy of the Death card a lot, in a good way though. I mean, just basically releasing things that just do not belong in our lives any longer. And basically with I just want to say that basically with this energy of being able to, it's as if like this sort of wishing well is sort of like opening itself up to the world at this moment. You know, this is a great time, this is a great opportunity to ask for what you want. I mean, I feel as if this is a great opportunity to ask for what you want. You don't have to be I mean, sometimes, yes, things happen out of our control, but you don't have to be, this time around anyway, you don't have to be a victim of fate. Okay, so again, as I was saying, definitely what you want is to strike a balance. You know, for example, I know that for myself, definitely that is what I will be trying to do here with my Etsy, my new business. I know that definitely this is just one of a few things that I just absolutely love to do. And so I know that, for example, if in the future I start gaining a certain number of clients, I know that I cannot take on everyone all at once. I know that definitely, I mean, even though there's going to be that fire energy just driving me and pushing me and encouraging me to just go, 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 I know that, you know, in the long run, I need to, you know, I know that right now, actually, I need to lay down this blueprint of, this blueprint for balance. I know that, you know, even if it's something that you just dearly love to do, you know, at a certain point in time, you just, you know, you may have to, for example, if you have a business, you may have to turn certain people, certain people down, certain people away because of time constraints. I know that, for example, a lot of people who become successful by posting videos on YouTube, you know, at the beginning, they were able to answer a lot of people's messages, but then, for example, once they start climbing up to the 20,000s and 30 plus thousands subscribers, you know, it's definitely not easy for them to, you know, keep up with everyone. Of course, I mean, we are only human here. So yeah, a huge message of balance here when it comes to your time period between Ostara and Beltane. But I mean, just a lot of good things as well happening. As I, you know, as I was saying at the beginning of the reading, I feel as if I see you being so eager to get into this that, you know, you may forget about, you know, this balance here that I've been speaking of. But for the most part, I see that things will go well. Just remember this. Just remember this. So I thank everyone for watching, and I hope that this reading will be a blessing to your life in the coming weeks. You can find me on Etsy, and as I said in previous videos, you will find me at Your Psych Housekeeper, due to the fact that in certain parts of Etsy, my name was a bit too long. So yes, you'll find me at Your Psych Housekeeper, even though I am officially Your Psychic Housekeeper. So you can type either one of these in Google or something. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and once again, I thank you for watching.